Vsauce Gaming coming at you.
Stop drumming. If you're gonna drum, at least know how.
Today we will be talking about cafeteria food, concussions, healthy food, technology, and wildfires.
Good morning, Emerson. We hope you're having a good day. We have a lot of great topics coming your way, so sit tight, put your belts on, and get ready for this exciting roller coaster. First up is News Team 3 with a lot to say about technology.
Wow, I love technology. I can't wait.
Hi, I'm Netta, and our topic is about technology in people's homes. Did you know the first computer was made between 1936 and 1938? Our group has a question. How is technology impacting people's homes and people themselves?
What do you think?
Surveyed the Emerson Middle School students, and here are the results. For question 1, we asked how many technology devices do you have in your home, like Alexa, MacBook, iPhone, Chromebook, and not including TVs. The results were 71.6 or 207 people responded with 5 or more devices. 20.1% or 58 people responded with 3 to 4 devices. 7.6% or 22 people responded with 1 to 2 devices, and 0.7% or 2 people responded with 0 devices. Another question we asked was how much time do you spend on technology a day outside of school? The results were 49.5% or 143 people responded with 1 to 2 hours. 31.5% or 91 people responded with 3 to 4 hours. 16.6% or 48 people responded with 5 or more hours, and 2.4% or 7 people responded with 0 hours.
Over the years, technology usage has increased majorly. Kids and teenagers spend way too much time on devices. Kids under the age of 5 spend about 6.5 hours average on technology, when children ages 2 to 5 should be limited to only an hour a day. Teenagers spend about 3 or more hours a day on technology, when they should be spending at most 2 hours a day. The average amount of our smallest children spend with devices from 5 minutes in 2011 to 15 minutes a day in 2013 to 48 minutes a day in 2017.
Good morning. I'm Mary Rigoni, and I'm here and I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Dan about technology. I'm going to be asking you some brief questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So recently, a Google speaker admitted it was recording every conversation. How do you feel about this?
I feel it could turn into some privacy issues with that sort of monitoring, where somebody might be able to see or even record or hear what you say. So it's probably not good.
All right. How do you feel about new advanced technology in people's homes?
Advanced technology could be good and bad. Mostly good because it can help you, monitor your home. If you do heating or air conditioning or whatever, it could all be done remotely. The bad part is other people could have access to that same technology you use in your home. For example, some people set up webcams in their home for either their baby monitor, or some people have dog monitors, where if you don't set it up properly, other people can access that technology and see inside your home. So that's basically the issue with it. It's another privacy issue.
So the last question I'm going to ask you is how much time do you think you spend a day on technology?
I work in tech, so almost all day I spend with it. People spend way too much time on technology. You always see them on their phones. And literally, you can just go down the street and look at random people as you're driving, and they're all like. So, I think less technology is better in that case, because you can actually socialize with people and talk, and like we're doing now, we're not texting each other questions. But I mean, it's okay and it's bad. It just depends on how too much time you use.
Thank you for taking the time to do this interview with me.
In conclusion, we now know that technology is presented in many different ways, such as Alexa, computers, phones, tablets, televisions, and more. Some of these technology devices are harmful, so we have to understand as customers to ask many questions and be aware of what we want to buy before we buy.
Next up is News Team 5 with information about concussions.
Let's hear more about that technology and how it will help football players from getting a concussion.
Oops, it looks like we hit heads.
We should be careful. Lots of football players get concussions, and we do not need one.
Yes, you are correct. Now let's talk about football concussions. Yay!
The new helmet 01 is preventing many concussions. When they are hit, the helmet slows down the impact, causing less brain damage and CTE. Dr. Sam Broad says it won't fully eliminate concussions, but it will reduce it a lot. These helmets may be the future. They are very light and flexible, so that way players can move their heads around very fast and quickly. According to Doug Baldwin on the Seattle Seahawks, he says that they have reduced him from getting concussion.
When getting hit in football, you have a high chance of concussions, not meaning CTE. CTE can cause later sickness in life, causing football players causing football players not to live as long. Coaches are concerned are limiting speed drills. Coaches want to limit the amount of CTE, brain trauma, can lead to a lifetime of unhappiness. Is football still worth the risk?
Hey guys, it's your boy doing some trivia here, and your question is, how many children have been treated at Stanford Children's Hospital for football-related causes? Is it A, 205,000, B, 210,000, C, 250,000, or D, 20? I'll give you 5 seconds. All right. We've got the answer right here, and it is C, 215,000. I hope y'all won. Thanks for playing.
When playing football, you are vulnerable to many injuries, especially when you are playing against an older group. When playing football, remember to be careful, because if you don't, you end up like the 215,000 kids treated at Stanford Children's Hospital for football-related injuries. And when you do get sent to the hospital for football-related causes, you may be susceptible to brain damage, CTE, forgetting things, and possibly dying sooner. Because of this problem, coaches are making drills shorter, but football is worth the risk. Even Harvard agrees with me.
That made me want to get on the field and play. Thinking of playing a game is making me hungry. Let's hear from News Team 1 about nutritious foods.
I wonder what they're gonna say.
What if food that you thought was healthy is really not? You'll be learning about how healthy foods really are.
Hi, I'm Maggie, and I'm here to do an interview with Ms. Sabrino. Did you know that tomatoes can actually be poisonous when taken in large amounts?
No, I did not know that. Why is that?
They contain something in them called tomatine, and with extreme amounts of them that can be poisonous for you. Do you think that organic foods are healthier than non-organic?
I think they are healthier just because organic food do not have pesticides, fertilizers that can be potentially dangerous to people, as well as they're not genetically modified.
Why do you think that they market certain foods like granola bars and stuff like that to seem healthier than they actually are?
I think they market granola bars and other healthier snacks to seem healthier than they are, because the alternative really is to eat fruits, and not everyone, fruits don't appeal to everyone, and they want to expand their market to improve their sales. And so I think it's more of a sales pitch and a sales strategy to open up all these different foods that you can eat, even though they seem healthy when they actually completely aren't.
Any suggestions for what people can do to make sure that they're actually buying healthy foods? The healthy food.
My suggestion would be when grocery shopping, shop the perimeter of the store. So stay by the fruits, the vegetables, go by the dairy section, and then try to avoid the middle section where there's more processed food that's usually more unhealthy and not the best fit for your body.
Okay.
Hi, today we will be sharing out results
from the survey that you guys took. Do you think tomatoes are poisonous? Most people said no, but they actually are poisonous because they contain tomatine. Which is healthier, skill milk or whole milk? Most people said skill milk, but whole milk is actually healthier because you are more full and will eat less food. Imagine eating 2 cookies and drinking whole milk to eating 4 cookies and drinking skill milk. Are granola bars healthy? Most people say yes, but they are actually not healthy because they are packed with sugar. Are organic foods healthier than non-organic foods? Most people say yes, but they are both equally healthy.
Today we will be sharing out our facts we found about food and drinks.
According to Healthline, many foods you thought were organic are actually not, like almonds. If you eat too many of them, you can get sick.
Foods that you might not think are poisonous can actually be poisonous when taken huge amounts.
We learned that a lot of healthy snacks, including granola bars, popcorn, and trail mix, are actually unhealthy.
Thanks for watching our segment. Bye-bye.
That was really interesting. I wonder how the people in California are getting food from the wildfires. Also, the firefighters that are trying to stop the wildfires are really brave. Oh, speaking of brave, the Marines were formed on this day in 1775.
Today? Dang, that's crazy, man.
Yep, November 10th.
Back to wildfires, that is our next topic. Let's hear from News Team 2 about those terrible fires. I feel chilly. Maybe we need a fire in here.
Good morning. Wildfires, one of the many examples of how climate change might be affecting our environment.
What could happen 20 years from now if we keep treating our Earth like this?
How can we change our personal schedule to positively change this world?
And now we have Cassidy talking about the effects it has to do with the Californians.
You know wildfires have a big impact on animals and their environment? Well, they do, and birds tend to flock away, mammals run away, amphibians burrow in the ground, hide in logs, and take cover under rocks. Other large animals will go into streams and lakes. Sadly, some animals have to suffer from choking on smoke and falling embers that burn them.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. I'm awesome. I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me on this awesome show. It's one of my it's been one of my dreams.
Yeah. So, do you think climate change is affecting California's wildfires?
Good question. You know what? So there has been a lot of wildfires in California lately, and I've been looking, researching on the internet, and reading a bunch of articles because I do love to read and enjoy reading, and in a way I do because there is a drought in California, as you guys may heard or read or researched. Yeah, right. You might have heard something about that. So I do think climate change has some kind of effect on the wildfires in California.
What do you think the link between climate change and the wildfires are?
Good question. So what I think the link is maybe because of the drought. So what happens when there's weather? There's these things called jet streams, correct? So the jet streams from the Pacific Ocean, okay, sometimes are going way north and they miss California. So that's how I think the drought happens. So the drought is definitely, I think, because there's not enough rain because of global warming. Some places are getting more rain and other places are not getting enough rain.
Do you think fires will get worse with climate change when it happens?
Yes, because what's happening is it's drying out the forests, and one small little spark can, change a whole community. So.
Thank you for coming over to interview.
Thank you for taking your time with us to interview.
California climate change has been affecting winter wildfires and condition of California already having the toughest air quality standards in the country. But a lot of the state still suffers from pollution. Also, California had a drought, which makes fires more dangerous in California. Winter is coming up, which means it's going to get dry again, which again makes fires a lot worse. Summer heat, dry air, strong winds, and thousands of lightning strikes have ignited and spread at least 21 separate fires for about a week. 9 out of 10 wildfires are started by people. If a wildfire starts in a dry season, it can burn extremely hot and destroy all vegetation. Many animals in California have learned to cope and thrive in the flames of a wildfire. Some predators who aren't running or fleeing from the fires are seeing this as an opportunity to hunt animals. For example, bears, raccoons, and raptors have been seen hunting animals trying to escape the fires. Although there are a lot of animals that can escape the fires, there are a lot that can't and die, either by not being able to find shelter fast enough or not
Wow, no, I can definitely see how the climate change most likely has affected California.
Oh yeah, in a lot of ways, and how it affects our environment and the things in it.
That's it. Hope you join us again on WEMS News.
What time is it? Shoot, it's almost lunch.
Speaking of lunch, here comes News Team 4 with different information about the school lunch.
Man, don't you just love Emerson cookies?
Yeah, but have you ever wondered what's inside of them and how unhealthy they could be? Let's go to Lucas to see what abnormal ingredients there are in unhealthy foods.
Okay.
Unhealthy foods are very unhealthy and can cause a lot of different health problems. There are risks of getting dementia, depression, heart attacks, and blood clots. Also, you can have memory loss and learning problems if you eat too much unhealthy food. Also, the most unhealthy ingredient in all foods is palm oil. This ingredient raises your bad cholesterol and is found in most fried foods.
Hi, I'm Oscar Urban. We're at the cafeteria with Mr. Sen.
Good morning.
We're gonna interview Mr. Sen. So, how do you think the lunch menu has changed at Emerson? Has it more focus on recycling, compost, and etc.?
Yes, the recycling program this year has changed. We are trying to do the compost where you put the food in there, everything except for plastic, and that's been working out pretty good. Sometimes plastic gets in the barrel, but it seems composting is helping out.
What do you think the effect of lunch menu has changed at the amount of students buying at lunch from the cafeteria?
Well, over the number of years, I think the cafeteria has been growing and people buying lunches. This year with the new lunch service, we have provided some specialty things and also more healthier choices, which to me is very important. So a variety of sandwiches that you can make. We also will make personal sandwiches, which is awesome, with wheat bread and other types of bread that is better for you, and the better of choices of food. So I think that's been a good change for the many students.
We sent out a survey to all students, and here were our responses. The results showed that 55% of our participants thought that the food has gotten healthier, and 45% thought that it has not gotten healthier. Our second question asked about the compost. 57.5% of the people have been contributing to the compost, and 42.5% have not been contributing to the compost.
So in conclusion, although unhealthy foods taste good and eating is once in a way is fine, eating unhealthy foods too frequently may result in many difficult types of health problems.
Man, all this talking about food's making me hungry.
Let's go to lunch. I heard that pasta is lit, my dude.
Good plan.
Tanks come a very long way, from this tank to this tank. During the war, German tank design went through at least 3 generations, plus constant minor variations. The first generation included such vehicles as the Panzerkampfwagen or Panzer I and II, which were similar to Soviet and British light tanks. The Germans converted their tank battalions to majority of Panzer III and Panzer IV medium tanks after the 1940 French campaign. However, the appearance of large numbers of the new generation T-34 and KV-1 Soviet tanks that were unknown to Germans until 1941 compelled them to join a race for superior armor and gunpowder. The third generation included many different variants, but the most important designs were the Panther, Panzer V, and Tiger, Panzer VI tanks. However, an assault gun casemate held development of the Panzer III, also called the Stug III.
The Stug III would turn out to be Germany's most produced armor-fighting vehicle of any type during the war. At just over 9,300 examples, popular design which could also be very effectively tasked to perform the duties of a dedicated anti-tank vehicle. The tank designs of World War II were based upon many complex models, but the principal factors were those thought to be best supported by combat experience. Among these, the early combat proved that a bigger tank was not necessarily a better tank. The goal came to be a tank design combining all proven characteristics in proper balance, to which weight and size were only independently related. The key characteristics were reliability, firepower, mobility, and protection.